A new chapter of devastation is unfolding in Gaza. Israeli airstrikes have intensified. At least 50 people were killed in Israeli strikes overnight, adding to 143 reported to have been killed the previous day. And this has pushed Gaza's total death toll in the war to more than 53,000.
The situation is really difficult. The targeting was aggressive. It targeted a medical clinic and a dental clinic, a pediatric clinic. Inside it, there was a free clinic for children. The targeting happened at the same time the water supply came. The water supply was coming. The targeting happened around 1 p.m. Some people were passing by on the street. There were martyrs on the ground. The martyrs were indescribable.
In fact, Hamas has called on the international community to hold Israel accountable for what it described as barbaric escalation. But earlier this week, the Israeli Prime Minister reiterated his vow to push ahead with a promised escalation in Gaza. Last week itself, Netanyahu warned that the Israeli military campaign would intensify should Hamas fail to agree on a deal to release the remaining hostages by the time US President Donald Trump finished his tour of the region. And Israel, the new push to capture the besieged Palestinian territory comes as Trump continued with his tour. His trip to the region excluded both Israel and Palestine, but Trump has hinted that the end of his trip could mark a turning point for the region. There had been hope that Trump's visit to the region could help bring back the ceasefire deal or renew aid to Gaza. Trump is due to wrap up his 4-day trip on Friday. The latest wave of strikes, part of Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu's vow to escalate the military campaign there in what he calls a conquest of Gaza. But in Gaza, the humanitarian crisis has only been building up amid the Israeli blockade of the territory, now in its 3rd month.
Famine is worsening in Gaza, as dozens of community kitchens, which used to provide 5 lakhs meals a day, have announced to shut down, for they are now unable to continue due to the lack of supplies.
Last week, Israeli officials hinted that the country's plans in Gaza now include the conquest and full military occupation of the entire Palestinian Strip. And this could potentially push Palestinians out of the tiny enclave, a suggestion that was also proposed by Trump in February.
Brothers, we only count on God, not on the visit of Trump or anyone else. We count on God only. We count only on God. May God have mercy on us, and to have mercy on our dead and martyrs, and have mercy on our people.
Since March 2, Israel has halted the entry of food, medication, all other essentials into Gaza, saying that the blockade and the military pressure is intended to force Hamas to free hostages. However, senior Hamas official Bassem Naim has said that Hamas will hold talks with Israel only when aid is let back in. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.